Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is finally Friday, May 23rd, and welcome to another new episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is a music icon, and he is back for his second interview with me here in the dollhouse. I can't keep him long, Fashion Dolls, so we're going to cut it down to at least 15 minutes, but I'm super honored and excited to be catching up with my very special guest. So I'm about to send him the live and add him. Please, Fashion Dolls, join me as we give a warm welcome to music legend Ricky Jones. And TGIF, y'all, I had to put my little fan on over here because it is. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm sending him the live and he called. So let me go ahead and. Yeah. There we are. Okay, he's here. So let me add him. Hopefully it works. Welcome, welcome as you're coming, Fashion Dolls. Hello.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Welcome, welcome. It is
Hey.
such a to have you back. I can't keep you long, so we will be 15 minutes. But
Right on.
before we start off this combo, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you, sending you all my love and condolences and much more. And also an amazing happy 2025 because I know you have a lot coming up in this year, which we'll get into in
Right
the
on.
combo. So, how has your 2025 been for you so far?
It's beautiful. We living.
Yeah,
Been working. I'm able to stay busy. I just thank God for all the chances that He give me. So
all the time.
I'm pretty busy. I'm filming a lot of stuff from movies to new songs, new videos. So I'm blessed. I really am. I'm happy of the movement and the process that I'm going through now. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And you dropped some music out since our very first interview, which would have been back in what,
Ooh.
2020,
It was
2021, 2022. Yeah,
2021. Yeah. Yeah. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm doing two solo projects actually that I've been working on. So I did a whole record like Frank Sinatra of songs that never been recorded, and then I have a Ricky Jones conversation with Ricky Jones. I'll be releasing singles uh, probably every month until the first of the year.
And you brought back that old school R&B feeling. A lot of people say R&B is dead, but when you
It
gave us tone, I
is.
listened to the song. I,
Thank
I
you so
didn't get a
much.
chance to interview you on that project, but I
Right.
went and I listened to the song. And Ricky,
Right.
when I tell you, you
Right.
brought back that old school feeling. You said Frank Sinatra. You brought back that
Yeah.
old school R&B feeling, and it's the next generation of
Right.
artists that are coming out right after you,
Yeah.
saying we want
A
to bring it
lot
back. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
great talent. A lot of great talent. A lot. I love the indie world. My Jaguar. What's up, my Jaguar Crab brothers? Some people tuning in, but I love where I am now and the experiences I've been through. And and that the creativity that God has given me to go forward too. Count everything joy. Every experience I've been through, I'm happy. I really am.
And I see a change. I see a glow about you. This project, and
Mm.
I had this conversation just this week with some of my guests. We were talking about tapping into and honing your craft and your
Right.
gifts. One of my guests that I
Right.
interviewed yesterday is from the Chicago area. And he said, I
Hmm.
want to go back and I want to complete this. Got his bachelor's, his master's, all of these things.
Right.
They were
Right
honoring
on.
him. And it's
Hmm.
important that we continue to keep honing into our craft.
We
So my
have
question,
to.
yeah, go ahead, Ricky. I'm sorry.
No, no. With you, ask me the question. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No, we have to.
I, I
And
keep cutting you off.
Keith, that's all. What's up, Keith? From that shoe. What's up? We have to reinvent ourselves all the time. I think God gives us that. that time to just as long as we here on earth, you know. And I remember this old cat would say that he's gonna go to a graveyard and steal everybody's dreams and thoughts, you know. And then I saw DJ Jazzy Jeff in an interview of
Mm.
how he wants to die empty, and I do too. Like all the songs and ideas that people have, get off your damn couches and get it done. And don't depend on nobody to do it for you, you know. And as you can see, everything starts with a thought, you know, just like a light bulb, the train, or anything. Songs start with a thought that God give you. I mean, Steve, I have a problem with sleeping because if I have an idea of a song, I end up dreaming the whole song and I can't sleep and God won't let me rest. So I get obedient and I get up and I write or jot it down
Mm.
because I don't want him to give it to nobody else.
And you know who else did that? And I seen it in her film about her life, Whitney Houston.
Right,
Clive
right
Davis
on.
played her a song. This is right. It's not right, but it's okay. That's how it came to be. And Clive was like,
All
"You sure
right.
you didn't work on it tonight?" But she just right there in that moment came up with that song. And Clive was like,
Right.
that's it. Let's use it. And then the
Let's
next
do
few
it.
days they shot the video. So when you
Right.
have that feeling of music, it comes to you. It is a gift. And it is
Yeah,
God telling you to hone in and tap into that craft. And that was going to be a
that's
question
right.
I wanted to ask you because we're seeing a lot of, you were also a part of a boy band as well too. It's another boy band that is out called 2BYG. And these
Hmm.
young men are very talented. Wanye Morris from Boys to Men also
Right.
started with his sons, and Mary J.
Yeah.
Blige has worked with them. So, what do you think about the next generation of artists that are coming up, the next boy bands, with your
I,
experience of being in a group? Yeah.
from what I'm seeing, they're so talented. You know, so much. And I will say this: we have to know how to share and help each other and build on each other, because there's so much sunshine for everybody to have. You know, so much, so much. So I think Wanye's sons are extremely talented. Um, and he's a great guy. He's very extremely talented. So I'm sure under his supervision, they're gonna be all right. You said Mary J. Blige, who so many people with groups or helping groups. It's about time for that as well. I mean, you want to go to a concert and I want to see the OJ's and you know, like that. I remember being younger and seeing Eddie Levert and get
Mm.
on that mic and work that mic. I remember when we first signed our deal with Motown and seeing footage of Marvin Gaye and hearing stories, sitting down with Lionel Richie and he just telling me old stories of how competitive it was, but it was so friendly that it pushed everybody. It didn't push you away. It pushed everybody to be great, you know. And I think as a community, we have lost that, but I do see a spark of it coming. I really do. I do see a movement in this music thing that we have. You got to be true to yourself too. I was in another group and I used to say, we're not living these songs. I don't want to be like this. I want it to be true to the bone, and I want to be living these songs. You could be around your friends, and a lot of my friends will say they're not gonna talk because they say something, I'm in them writing a story about them or things like that. But you have to be true to it and be true to yourself, no matter what.
Originality is key, and that was something that we also talked about yesterday. Remembering where you come from. Yesterday, when I interviewed Christopher, we were talking about being original to who you are. I'm from South Carolina, and I told people the thing that people resonate with me the most and what makes my interviews so personable is that I pull from a place of vulnerability. And I'm
Right
not
on.
only getting to know the guests, but I'm sharing bits and pieces with them of myself. And
Right. Right.
that is what you want people to know. As an artist, as a musician, you want people to be able to know more about your story. Like when I first started this platform, because I've been doing this for 7 years,
Right.
and
On.
it's been a journey. I've
Right.
learned things about myself that I never would have known. Like, did you know this about you? Like, you have to take the time to evaluate. It's all about being humble and having a sense of humbleness. Because my mother and my grandmother, they always taught me, they said, never forget where you came from. Just as fast as you
Right.
got here, God can always take it from you. And that's what I told Christopher yesterday. Yeah.
That is so true, is so real, and you can't forget where you come from. And going up that ladder of success, you better not step on nobody and hurt nobody because you don't want to. What's that song Lena Hathaway did? When my life was low. That well, you just never know where you're gonna come back to. I've been in situations when, people using people to get what they want, and it never works out how you plan it to work out. You have to, everybody have to give a little and work for this as well too. It's not easy now. You have to sleep and eat and bleed this if you want to do this. Even what you're doing, it's hard. It's hard what you do. It's not easy.
Consecutively, I have to do my research and everything. When we did our very first
Yeah.
interview,
Yeah.
and you were like, "How did you know
Hmm.
that? How did all of my guests, they're blown away? Like you do
Right.
research, and they'll be like, "You like an FBI agent or something? How are you doing? How are you doing all of this? Because it's a job. Hosting a
Yeah.
platform, you have to make sure that you have every single detail in order from
Yeah.
top to bottom. And I make sure I go over it with the fine tooth comb because I want my guests to be impressed that I've studied their work, that I've studied their craft.
Right.
And that's what it
And that
is
feels
about
good.
this business. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a personal thing. People say it's not personal, but it is personal. It's whether or not you click, you vibe with that person, and just like you say, you pull things out, you do your research, and then that makes the person feel closer to you as well. And then we get vulnerable and we start talking about everything, and then you look up and you guys are or friends for life as well too, because you pick up good people as along the way and you guys connect.
And that's because, again, that vulnerability, being able to share those pieces with you, and it resonates with
Yeah,
the audience, and they pick off because the
yeah.
audience, we will be having a conversation how we're doing now, and they will chime in and add their 2 cents. Like, I know someone who's been through this situation, or
Yes.
I
Yeah.
myself might experience it. So you, the viewer, the hosts of the platform might not know because they'll say a friend has been through this, but they're actually talking about themselves. And it's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
You're in a
Yeah.
safe
So
space. You can share those moments with me because I too
yeah.
have experienced it.
True. 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 That's real. That's good. It's hot out there where you are. Yeah.
Yes, it is 80, 90. So I said today, the last interview we did, I was buttoned up. I had on a hat. But
Look.
as you can see today,
Yeah.
because I was
You
covering, I
like?
was
Yeah.
unveiling, I wanted to cover. But today I said,
I
you know
ain't mad.
what? It is time to peel off the layers. It's time
Right.
to do something different.
Right. Right. Right on. Right on. It's a beautiful day here, but yeah, I've been busy, and I'm glad to be busy. I'm glad to be busy.
Yes, and you gave us something crazy sexy. You gave us something crazy sexy. I seen the cover. I said, "Uh-oh, he's coming out with new music." And you've got some new music coming out in the works. You're working on some things. I know you can't give it all
Yeah.
away,
No.
but
No.
this,
No. No.
this
I'm
project,
excited.
go ahead. I'm saying,
No. I'm excited. I'm excited. Sometimes you can't hold. I can't hold. I'm excited though. I'm excited though. I really am.
I know you can't share a whole lot. It's a lot coming out, but what can you say about this project? What can the people
I
expect?
will say,
Because I know it's different from the last
uh, along with a movie, I wrote a book called Dancing with the Devil for 10 years.
one. Ooh,
And it's not bad, but I know, right? But then like on my last record, previously I did a song called Sleeping with the Enemy. And, and it's about being in love with somebody. And they're like, when you're in love with somebody, you talk, y'all have pillow talk, you're talking, but sometimes people use that advice to go against you or to use. Like I always say, you can't give the devil your information. And so even in relationships, you just never know because you get in an argument. What you said or what you gave up being vulnerable, that person may use against you. So I wrote about that. I realized I was sleeping with the enemy, but it's not a bad thing. It's like she's the only one that could make me feel this beautiful inside as well. But she know my deepest secrets too as well too. However, you have to be careful who you share your inner thoughts, your deep inner thoughts with, and you really have to pray for discernment in relationships, friendships, business ships, whatever ship there is, because I call it ships. I'm doing a song called Black Love. I'm so excited because it's about. I don't want to talk about it, but you're gonna love the video, Steve. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm excited, but the book is gonna have songs in it too as well. Like it's gonna have songs in it too, along with the book explaining the book as well too. So I'm excited about it.
I can't wait to see it. I'm excited. I see this glow about you when you talk about it because you've been so busy. Again, it goes back to what I said about honing in that craft and your passion. You're writing and
Right.
pulling from personal experience. And go back to what you just said about, you're sharing bits and pieces with this significant other, this person that you're with. And
Mm-hmm.
anybody can relate to that of being in a
Yeah.
relationship
Yeah.
with someone.
Oh yeah.
And then sharing those vulnerable parts of you with that person. Because when you're committed to someone truly, it's like when you're living with someone, you know them all the way, their ins and out, their
Oh,
flaws, everything is put
and
on
some of
full display.
yes. Yeah. Yeah. And you have to. I mean, of course, every relationship or friendship, partnership, there's some ups and downs. It's not going to always be perfect, but you have to know in a relationship you're going to fall in and out of like and love, no matter what, and you have to choose and make that choice whether or not you're going to jump ship or you're going to make this ship dock somewhere so beautiful and be a part of that as well too. Um, but and then don't get mad at the other person in a relationship if their true feelings come and they start feeling a certain way, or you know I don't want this anymore, this or anything. You can't get mad at somebody making a choice. You just got to make better choices, and pray. A lot of times we pray and the answer is already there in front of us about business, about every decision we ever gonna make, and we looking for the decision that we want. But I will say, don't ever make a decision not sober, and don't have anything to do with alcohol. I'm talking about solely mindful, just not
Mm.
irrational state of decisions on how you feel about a person, because that's one of the biggest decisions you can make, to choose a person to be with you for a lifetime.
And to add on to what you just said, sometimes we can be so blinded by love. And
Mm-hmm.
this is to anybody
Mm-hmm.
who's ever
Allah.
fell in love, who
Mm-hmm.
ever experienced it, all of
Mm-hmm.
those feelings. I,
Yeah.
I can't describe it. It's like you can't describe it. You're head over
No.
heels for this person, that this person is sucking the life out of you.
Out of you.
And at a
Out
certain
of
period of time, you have to figure out, okay, what's the pattern here? Has this always been going on?
part.
Have I been
Right.
blinded by it? Have I
Right.
not been seeing it? Other people have been seeing it in the
Yeah.
circle and they will point it out like, you're not yourself. Is everything all
Yeah.
right? Especially family,
Yeah.
they will pay attention to it.
They'll pay
And mothers know
attention.
everything. They will pick up on it. Woman's
They
intuition,
will.
women we know.
Yeah.
So your mother will pick up first. And even your
Right.
father might pick up on it in some
Yeah.
circumstances, certain ways
Yeah.
as well too.
They'll tell you. I mean, I remember being little, and I wouldn't want my mama to meet the. I stopped wanting her to meet girls because that girl this, that girl that, and it was the truth. I didn't want to hear the truth, but then the relationship and I remember after my last relationship, her family was talking to me like you didn't know, like what? I mean, you didn't know. What I'm saying is, when you get in any relationship, I tell my sons and my daughters, you have to know that family too. You're marrying, or you having a partnership with that family. You don't even know it, and you find out how they are before you make a decision. But it's been great. It's been really good. I can't explain how even a long time. It's just a beautiful experience, and that's when God talked to you. Quiet times, and it's so beautiful to hear from Him. Because it was a while when I thought I wasn't hearing from Him, but I was, and I just had song after song. I'm like, Lord, why can't I get no rest? And son, I'm dealing with you. I got something for you, for other people to hear. So I write for other artists and produce other people, because you got to. I want to be empty. I want to give it all away, even some of it free away too. I do mean that.
And Kim Coles, you guys know her from Living Single. They have the podcast
Right.
out now.
Mm-hmm.
She was saying something about sharing your gifts with the world. When she had Kim Fields on there, they did a live together for Kim Fields' birthday. And she was saying, you're sharing your gifts with the world. You're sharing your talent with the world. And through
That's
music,
what.
it is healing. Because there's so many people who have battled heartache, who battled a bad relationship, who's just
Yeah.
figuring out and discovering who they are, bits and pieces of
Mm-hmm.
themselves. Some people will drink themselves into a coma, smoke themselves into a coma until there's no more left. But you have to share these bits and pieces with yourself
You do.
to the world, because it's a lot of people who could be battling the same thing that you're battling or facing. Again, those
It's therapy.
demons, those demons, those
Yes. Yeah.
spirits.
It's therapy too for well, I know for a lot of artists, it's therapy. Um, some some people say they love doing it, but do you really love doing it? You know, like
Mm,
some, I want to do this. I want to be an actor and actress, but are you putting the time in? Are you studying? Because this is an art from the heart. And we're going to break the word down. So do you really love doing it? So through those growing pains and in the trenches, you're going to stop doing it and let somebody else tell you that you shouldn't be doing it. You know you're supposed to be doing it. So, I mean, do you really love doing it? You have to really love through, excuse me, every part, every facet of emotion, every winter, spring, summer, and fall. You have to go through that and love doing it, and I think you'll be rewarded very much so. You'll be able to live how you're supposed to. Your gift will make room. You know, you have to love doing it. Just like you, I know you love doing what you do because people talking to you. I see some of your interviews, and I'm like, oh, I mean, I know you do. I know you do. I feel it. I know you do. You have to. You have to love it to do it how you're doing it. So, I mean, 'cause I know you understand, and we're a part of this, and we have to do our job.
absolutely. And when I signed up doing this platform and I said this is something that I wanted to do, I said I wanted to continue to bring joy to people. I wanted to continue to be a light to people. And
Hmm.
more importantly, make people feel good and confident about themselves. You could be going
Right
through a
on.
rough day. You never know what a person's story is unless you do how we're doing now, sitting down and
Right.
having a conversation
True.
with someone. And it doesn't
Right.
necessarily have to be over dinner. It just can be, it can be on a park bench. It can be anywhere. Sit and
True.
see with them how they're
Yeah.
feeling, how their
Yeah.
day is going. It's all
Yeah.
about having the hard hitting conversations.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how you pull back layers of people too. But and as well, too, I said this at the beginning of our conversation, how it's so much sunshine for all of us to enjoy.
Mm,
I believe if 20% of us work together and help each other, the world would be different. And I said a small portion. I said 20%. And it's so much sunshine here for all of us to enjoy. I know it could be, but who knows? In my lifetime, your lifetime, who knows? We're working on it
and
though. We're
there's
working
more
on it.
and more to come. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm doing a lot of videos, but I'm working on something with my daughters. The song is called "Pretty Just Ain't Enough." So definitely, I'm excited about this too. But uh, um, because I think like my kids, I'm sure you have to, you got more than looks, so
Oh,
that's what the song's about. I love it too, and it's funny too. So I can't wait to share this. Soon I'll be sharing that soon. Yeah,
I can't wait. And we need it during
yeah,
these times. Build up people's uh, self esteem, make them feel confident.
yes,
Again, it goes back to confidence. And
yes,
that's why I sign up to work in this industry, is to make people feel good about themselves. Where so much peer pressure on all of us, we always have
right,
to find that something that will help us build up our confidence.
right,
So, yeah,
right. I think everybody needs that. We all do. You can say you don't, but we do. We do.
absolutely. More than
To
that.
our own self, we can encourage ourselves too. We don't need a lot of people helping us out, but you got to choose that circle. Hello,
Absolutely.
you better choose that. Yeah, yeah. But I'm glad I was able to stop time now. Now I'm getting ready to go finish. I have to catch a flight. I was filming something. I had to catch a flight, but um, I'm glad I'm able to talk to you.
And I'm glad I
Mm,
was able to talk with you. And so good.
Thank,
We got to catch up soon again. I can't wait to see everything that you're working on. But before we let
thank.
you go, Ricky, go ahead. I'm
Huh?
sorry.
I'll send you some stuff before.
Absolutely. And I'll be
I will.
ready to check it out. I can't wait.
Okay, you let me know. Okay.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
You are so
You too.
welcome.
Support me and thank you for being a friend. I'm telling you that. Thank you.
Always.
I appreciate
Always.
you. Well, well, God bless you. Then I'm gonna get back to this so I can get on this plane. I love you, friend.
I love you too. And we'll definitely keep in touch. I can't wait to see everything.
I, okay. All right. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Fashion dolls. The final thought of the day I want to leave you with is no matter how much it hurts now, someday you will look back and realize your struggles changed your life for the better. And I want you all to remember that. 100%. 100%. I know I look different today. It's shout outs to Melanie, baby. Melanie, she has been on it. Um, Joining me next week. Make sure you guys tune in. We have Ronson Hawkins who will be joining me next week. So make sure you guys tune in. That lineup should be posted now because I schedule my lineups to drop every single Friday. So make sure that you guys are going and following and checking out Ricky Jones's music, which is out currently right now. Crazy Sexy. And the song is called Tone. Make sure y'all go and check it out. I love y'all, and y'all have a blessed and fabulous Friday. See y'all next week. Take care.